Hi, welcome on my channel. Thank you for joining me. Welcome on Anna's Ark. I'm gonna do this a bit for a while, I guess. I want to do a talk today on personal power. And I do want to throw in here that I'm tired. So that's why maybe I am the only one that sees that. I hope so. But it sometimes be like that. I had like this new favorite song. I'm a fan girly of Queen Herbie, her music and how she is and what she does also on her channel, Herbie House. And her new song is like, do you have time to be honest? Are you exhausted? Step in my office. I was like, girl, you feel me? It's a lot about healing, that song. So I really like that. It was in the vibe of what I'm going through. I did this talk, Personal Power, once before on my channel. And what I do want to mention also a bit. So, I already lost some followers. So, but I was like, okay. And this comes with the territory. And I do have to get. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still a bit. This is something that I feel like a calling in to do, but I actually sometimes don't want to. But I know that I can help people with it. But then I'm like, but I'm putting myself out there. It's a bit. I have always kind of had the mindset to do things that I'm kind of scared of, to challenge myself. So that's a bit, no? So when I was thinking about, so I made a list of content I want to create, and I was also already thinking a bit about how I wanted to create content. So in the beginning of my channel, and around the time when I was still a redhead, some of you might have been there with me. And if you're still here, thank you for your patience. You're a real one. So, maybe you're just like, let's see how the shit show is going. Could be too. It's okay, I don't mind. Give you some entertainment. Because you're spiraling again. I'm gonna do better this time, okay? That she got me. She's off planet somewhere again. Mixing up timelines and shit. Okay. So I was like, I was thinking about if I really want to do video editing, looking into that and how I could do that. And what I did then on the page is I was also active in my storytelling. So I took people for a walk with me outdoors. I took people on a bike ride with me. What did I do more? I do have the idea of drawing. So I'm into coloring, and actually I get better downloads, or whatever you want to call it, divine insights, those kind of things, if I spark my creativity. That's I think would be a tip for you too. So if you're like me, way in your head, sometimes there's no off button. Start with active meditations and do something that you enjoy. So this kind of fits also in personal power, because your divine connection with whatever you believe in, God, your higher self, the universe, your spirit guides, those kind of things, they talk to you mostly via feelings and animations. and things you enjoy, music, what you're interested in, people you care about, those kind of things. So if you want to enhance personal power, but in that also what I mean with that is also your divine connection, do that more, what you enjoy. Spark up your inner child, your creativity. Be silly. So for example, I'm not, when I'm feeling not, or maybe if I'm happy even, I'm a bit, I do skipping. Just and then when someone catches me do that, I was at work yesterday and I did that after work to the car, and somebody like, are you always like that? Oh, don't stop for me now. Like, oh, busted. I was happy. I had a good day. So, I didn't see me. 34 years young. So that gives me more personal power too. But what are I have some things in mind, okay? So I was thinking about this talk and the talk I did back then and some themes. And I was also thinking to maybe not go into personal power yet of that topic, and like I want to make it a bit of let's talk magic. And then I was like laughing to myself, let's lose some more followers. But that's something I will have to accept, and the right people will find me. And yeah, like I said, some people that find me are only here to see like, yay. But that's all right. I will have to see if that's something I can take on and want to keep doing. But for now, I'm here, and for now, I'm sharing. So, personal power, actually, yeah, I want to go into that. And I don't, what you want to call it, magic, alchemy, manifestation. We all do that, if you believe in it or not. And what I do want to emphasize, is that the correct word? Benadrukken. That if you aren't awake to this and aware of this, personal power is also, if you don't take it, something else will. Or you will be creating things in your life and always wondering, and that can be either good or bad. How did this happen? Why did this happen? And it can go both ways. But most of the chaos and things in your life, let's go towards that, is manifested by you, yourself, and also people coming in your life. There are not a lot of coincidences in this world. So that's called in by your soul and on agreement. Even people that hurt you, desert you, F you all the way up. Some daddy issues come up again. Those kind of things. You know who you need to look at? The shorts that I created, what is it, 3 days ago? The Mirror. Really. So, sometimes if I go a bit too much in my ego because I went through so much, and also, really on a large scale, messed up stuff, really messed up stuff. I do, if I am not in my compassion, in my heart, I do have like a short fuse of people in victim mode. I don't do very well with that, even though I can understand it, okay? We all have that sometimes, but especially, and I guess that's kind of in my wounding. I had a short friendship with for a while, he said that to me too. Like, I can understand why, but you do that to men mostly. You can be very cold, like, grow up, or whatever. But I do know that the masculine has to work a lot on more feeling and stuff. So that's the I don't know. It's when my ego takes over the show that I'm in anger or something like that. Then I start to tell people off instead of calmly explaining things, and or maybe taking some time to be silent and just observe those kind of things. So that's a thing of personal power too. What I have been talking about in my healing is really healing and balancing masculine feminine energies. And I kind of came up a bit with a smaller plan already on how I'm going to do that. So that's what the video was about with at work. So, oh, Anna at work, how Capricorn. To the north. So yeah, that's what I'm working towards in my structure and those kind of things. Capricorn and energy. So back to a bit, let's talk magic. The soul mission I am on, and I do align to the Indigo 3 contract. And I'm not yet sure of it, but a lot relates to what I have been experiencing in my learning and in my journey. So with magic, I also found, and with divine connection in looking at other people on YouTube accounts and social media and those kind of things. I learned also kind of the hard way in visions and stuff, and really, I had a face off with someone in the astral. So that didn't really like that I knew what I knew, and I sometimes have to share that with these people. So yeah, I made a kind of, I don't want to say enemy, came close to that. And that's a big one. It has a big spiritual community. I'm scared for the people following him, but I had to detach from that. So I found that person to be connecting to entities that he gains energy from his followers behind the scenes. So where does he get all that wisdom from? And so be careful if you're doing spiritual pursuits and looking at someone regularly. That's happening on another level eventually in the astral plane. So you're really in class, for example. Yeah. That happens sometimes. So yeah, I'm very, after some of those experiences, and the dumb thing is that in the beginning, I don't know, call it naive, or I don't know, being a beginner, a rookie or something. In the beginning, I was like kind of also enchanted, funny word for it, and I like to learn. So, and especially because I was regarding personal power, looking for a lot outside of myself. So I fell into a lot of consciousness traps like that, getting addicted to tarot readers. I had one guy also, man, by now, how many drugs did this person take? Wow, we're years later, and I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, did he crash already? I'm sorry. I don't have ill will against this person. But yeah, I met him too in the astral. Didn't like that. And ooh, how he's oh man. They sucked his soul out, kinda. And I'm not gonna mention names. People can find out. I just use this as examples, I'm not gonna out anybody anymore. Make that mistake. Make that mistake. And I can be mistaken too. No judgments. That's poison to your soul to do that. But I had to learn that too, a hard way, a few times. There's also this teacher. I was thinking about how some of the things I wanted to do in this talk. One teacher, and he has like really true information, really in depth, and he looks like a kind of shamanic person. And I didn't know. After a while, I just got a weird vibe. I'm gifted like that. It doesn't matter if I see you on the internet. I can even see some people through their comments. Ooh, yeah, that can if I activate it, and I have to be careful too because sometimes it's overactivated. I don't know how that works because I think this is because what happens in the internet is also a multi-layered. Yeah, it happened. I can really sense people even just via text messages and stuff. And energy signatures, and I can't really explain that why that is. But what happened? I learned already a few times. So I had with two that I really learned that I had to detach, because when they mess with dark entities and they're on that agenda and they get money and fame and women and all kinds of things in exchange for that darkness and wisdom. You start to, if you open your third eye to that, then you can really sense that eventually. So this guy, and sometimes once I have my eyes open to that from facade from a person, and may it be visions or just sensing or other things that why I come to that observing conclusion, trying not to judge that. He had like, wait, I did it in the mirror today. I even scared myself a bit, like a psychopathic smile while he is talking. And he has like really wisdom. I really like also things I find on Ascension Glossary and from other respected teachers that I come to respect and stuff. But that was something off. So yeah. Regarding to personal power, if you get downloads or some people really have intergalactic communications with other beings and stuff, tricky. That's gonna be the hard part once if you are chosen for that. That's a big responsibility, one, but also a major risk of falling into ego traps in that, or someone not being what they claim to be. So in personal power, for example, with entities, I had a temporary negative attachment to a person, and some negative beings like to feed on your on depression, anxiety, lust, those kind of things, negative emotions. They like that, and what they also try to do is spark that more in you. So I had visitations for a while in my dream, not knowing in the beginning, because they can wear masks, but in the law of energies. And I'm sorry, I don't really understand why some things are allowed to happen, can happen still. But in magic and personal power and protecting yourself, how I found out that this was a negative entity attaching to me was that I asked it to reveal his name to me. So who are you and what is your name? Then the glitch. That can be a bit traumatizing too, because you have to heal that after. So with sex dreams and stuff, be careful. Be very careful. So personal power in when you go into dream state or astral projection, those kind of things, You need to be prepared, not scared, actually. Try not to be in fear, because that's another form of lose. But learn to, if you want to learn how to take more control, if you're being bothered in dreams and nightmares, to look at your hands. Because you become lucid, so you get more control over your own actions in your dreams. Can't ever really control anything outside of you. Yeah, your light will affect that. If you work on your light body, and the light within you will affect them. And what you speak, learn to speak prayer and stuff. Prayers and affirmations, and, really calling entities out and such. That's a form of personal power too. And how to, there are people that really worked very long on their light body. And they're also sometimes really actively like working with crystals. I don't do that a lot sometimes. And I wanted to, because I'm healing my masculine wound mostly at the moment with actions. But I also found online, funny that I have it, hematite. So that's a masculine energy stone and deals a lot with confidence and willpower and courage, those kind of things. So funny, I forgot a bit about that. So that's the one for me at the moment. That I'm and they go into stasis if you don't work with them. So like a pet, it's not really. These can become living things again. So they go into stasis. And so, for example, your pet is a soulmate of yours. You really connect on a soul level and actually get an attached cord, and they can follow you in the astral plane. You can astral travel together and they call that grid work, energy work. That has to do a bit why I told about what happened to me in Cape Town. That's part of grid work. So you get parts of your soul path awakened via travel, visiting certain points on the earth. But what I wanted to say, so a bit back to that, crystals some people are so highly skilled in their magic, alchemy, whatever you want to call that. They train themselves, they can take their stuff with them over there. So with certain jewelry and crystals and weapons happens too. Energy weapons too. That's a whole other story. I'm glad until now that I didn't really have to deal a lot with that. Really battle like that. A bit. But I'm not always trusting everything anymore of what I had in visions due to certain mistakes I made at times. Because you can be mistaken in a false identity too, But I do know for sure that I have this warrior type alchemy potential in me. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see eventually. I rather use my personal power in more loving and kind ways, especially in going forward now. So be mindful in content that you consume also, not just people, but also content. This world is in an energetic war. And they're really targeting the masses, but also specifically some people specifically, especially when you get ahead in your journey, in your awakening. So personal power is an important one to meditate for yourself upon, to train in different kind of ways. I know some people think this is all evil, you know, working with crystals. Crystals are even in the Bible. I don't know who comes up with, but crystals aren't going to protect you against demonic entities and stuff, you know. They can only assist so much, a bit. So don't go too deep into in thinking that, because that's all that new age things. Not all of it isn't true, but and also all the love and light. Not in my story chapters. Not there. What could I also still say about personal power? So attachments to things, people, like I do my wounding, to clear that are certain attachments too. I still get negative energy triggers because of that. I have to work through that, let that go. So that's how I will be directing my personal power in taking those steps. I want to be really cleared of that. And I can't say that I would ever be sad about some things anymore. But I'm not repeating one more year of all that negativity again and having the same looping timeline around this time over and over again. No, whatever it takes. So in the Aries archetype in my sun sign is a lot in the hero, savior, warrior, you know. Where there is a will, there is a way. And especially I've seen that and I have that attitude a lot of the times. Like, if there isn't a way, you'll make one. And I'm trying also a bit with what I learned to show others a bit of a way, not the way, because there are more ways to work on your spirituality. Personal power is like, I want to repeat that really. It's your journey. So really be careful with, you know, astrology, tarot. Nice to take that in, but don't take it way too far, too hard, because with magic and alchemy, manifesting, that can backfire and people can imprint things on you. So if somebody is and I know that the person I was talking about really uses natal charts against people. I don't even want to, I'm never ever going back to, I don't want anything to do with that energetically. So if I ever go, not if I do it a few times, but if I'm not, I get sucked into that again energetically. I learned the lesson there and closed. Timeline override. Oh, I have a visitor here. So I've been blabbing. Maybe there will be a part 2 of this. I'll let this sink in, okay? Then, okay, thank you for joining me. Work on your personal power. See you next time. Bye.